And here we are. This is a skippable intro, but it's pretty short, so let's go through it. It is a council meeting of sorts between Hadrian, Tanner. Alright, last topic, the earthquake repairs. What's the situation at the South Tunnel? And Gorski got to dig deeper to plant the explosives, or we risk more damage to the tunnel. And Vera Hale, almost everyone is working shifts up there. Shouldn't be too long now. Gorski, how's security looking? Got one man at the cave exit, and that's enough as far as I'm concerned. Automated security is strong there, and as long as we know the crossroads and the cove are clear, no one can sneak up on us. Also got one man at the under passages, and he's been ordered not to open the gates no matter what. The last thing we need now are those bloody lurkers sneaking up on us. Everyone else is at the platform, securing workers and tunnels. Good. If no one has anything else to add, that will conclude this meeting. Actually, just one more thing, in case you weren't informed already. I admitted a new citizen to the station. Yeah, that must be Angus. Yes, I think he would be a good addition to the station. He and Wenzel will steer at the range, but they should be done any moment now, I believe. You put too much trust in your tests, Tanner. All I care about is how he handles live action, not how many points he got. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Best put him to work immediately. We need all hands on deck right now. Indeed, that is all. And Wenzel, an unexpected yawn interrupts Wenzel. He instinctively raises his left hand to cover his mouth, forgetting that he is wearing a respirator. A tiny smile creeps up on your face due to this very fact, yet you understand that after so many hours of testing, these kinds of lapses tend to sneak up on people. Yeah, probably. Excuse me, all in all, Angus, as far as I'm concerned, we're done here. I've got a few other things to do, but unless you'd like to have another go at the testing range, you have no reason to stay here any longer. So we can skip the tutorial for this. Let's take a look. I will do just that. I think in the alpha the tutorial couldn't be skipped. So that's an addition to the live version. Nothing more to say than congratulations again, Angus, and welcome to Southgate Station. Go and get some rest. And here we are in our room. Few health hypos and bandages. Yeah, I always put them on the action bar. Add some armor, Red Hound leather armor. I think in the alpha this was random. I once had a Red Hound overcoat or something like that, which gave me extra stealth. But in this, for Angus, we will have to do with regular armor, I guess. You can highlight all the interactable objects with tab. And personal messages, keycard from Wayne. I fixed your door, so the keycard should work fine now. If you haven't found it yet, the keycard should be in your desk. See you around. And welcome from Tanner. You have passed all the tests we presented you in the past weeks and have now obtained full citizenship in the Southgate station. Welcome into our fold. And we should visit him in the commons as soon as we have rested. So let's get the keycard and a compass. This can be very helpful in the tunnels of the UnderRail. The red needle points to the north. And let's conserve energy or something like that. Now in these old school RPGs it always pays off to check everything. So let's go to the commons and talk to Tanner. The man behind the desk is Hadrian Tanner, the counselor who admitted you into Southgate Station. Even during your first encounter with him, he struck you as an unusual looking individual. Setting aside his impressive stature, one finds it difficult not to notice how a thick, bushy hair and beard envelop most of his head. That, in addition to his opaque glasses covering his eyes, which you've never noticed him without, means that all you can actually see is very little of his face and his expression. His somewhat dirty scavenger outfit, which he wore earlier as well, clashes with the clean, finely furnished office, suggesting that Tanner probably does most of his work on the field. Or maybe in the field. As soon as he finishes typing, he raises his head and moves to shake your hand. His big, tucked into dark brown gloves make yours seem like that of a child in comparison, and you especially feel his large fingers to be twice as thick as yours. His deep voice feels distant and calming when he addresses you. Congratulations once again and welcome in our small community. You scored very well on our test, no small feat. I'm sure you'll turn out to be a valuable and respected citizen, but more importantly, I hope you'll find peace and kinship here, which are so hard to come by in the chaos surrounding us. Well, I'll try my best not to disappoint. That's good to hear. I hope the earthquake didn't disturb you too much and you were able to rest a bit from all the testing, for you have much work to do today. Events have transpired that require your attention. Are you ready for some field work? As ready as I'll ever be. What's the plan? First, you can have your weapon back. Lucas at the armory should have it, and while you're there you might want to drop by the shooting range. Since you'll be doing some field work today, it might not be a bad idea to warm up in case things get ugly. Speak to Gorski if he's there and he'll help you set up for some practice sessions. However, that's entirely up to you. Well, understood. And what is this field work you mentioned? Down in the tunnels below our station, just to the north of Crossroad Caves, lies a series of abandoned outposts. These outposts were built by another station a long while ago for the purpose of scouting and defense. In time they fell to decay. I want you to retake them so that they might once again serve the same purpose. However, in order to do so, you will need to activate the main power generator that's located inside one of them. Harold from engineering thinks he knows how to get the generator operational, so he should be your first stop after we're done here. As far as I'm aware, there is a total of 5 outposts plus the one with the generator. I don't know if it's possible to activate all of them, but try to activate at least 3. You may also want to talk to Jonas at the Crossroads watch post. It's down in the tunnels just outside the station. You were passing through there anyway. He's one of our most experienced scavengers and has probably seen more of South UnderRail than any of us here. He'll surely have some useful advice for you. Well, thank you very much, Hadrian. I'll be off then. Oh, and one more thing before you go. Pascali, our station chief's physician, wanted to see you. So you should probably pop down in his office in the medical sector when you have the time. Got it. See you later. So let's first get our gun. Now in the alpha version you actually do get a gun, even if you are not a gun focused character. If you are a melee character or crossbows. And it is Lucas, a short man, rises from behind his desk with a grenade case in his hands. The heavy case meets the top of the desk with a thud, raising your eyebrows, which in turn makes the man's face turn into a smile. He removes his glove and shakes your hand with a strong, perhaps too strong grip before addressing you. Don't worry, it ain't gonna blow us up. And Vance told me you'll be staying with us for a while. I guess so. Well, make yourself at home. Can I have my weapon back? Of course, it was the 5mm if I recall correctly, right? This one? Well, actually no, I had a crossbow. And you can also have a knife or the 5mm. But of course, Angus will go for his crossbow. Ah, my bad. Here's your crossbow. Thank you very much. And some bolts. That's great. Now maybe we can trade. It's a good idea to go into the tunnels prepared. Which in this case means more bolts. And some lockpicks. So let's get those. And the bolts are probably expensive. Let's get, well, 60 or so, somewhat like that. Yeah, let's get 60 extra bolts. And we can afford it, so yeah, let's take that. Now, as you can see, this guy Lucas will not buy anything you will bring him. He will not buy all your junk. He has a very specific shopping list. So that's something you have to keep in mind when trading. So we got a weapon now and some lockpicks. And we are probably ready to go. Now we need to visit engineering, of course. To get the bit for the generator. This is Harold, you must be the new guy, name's Harold. I'm in charge of this little workshop. Well, name's Angus. So you're looking for something specific or just looking around? Dennis tells me you know of a way to restore power to the outpost to the north. Right, I remember taking a look at the power generator a while back. I couldn't do anything about it back then because I didn't have this. And he gives me something, a flux controller. If you insert it into the slot at the front of the power generator, it should get it running again. Alright. And I have to manually reactivate all the outposts. Got it. I'll give it a try. And with N you can watch your notes or quest log if you want to use that term. Yeah, there is the guy at the medical. Well, let's check the agronomy and pens, or the medical and psionics. Let's go to the pens first. I think there is a guy there where we can buy a hacking tool. Not there. Well, he will probably be in engineering or medical. Not sure. But we needed to go here anyway, talk to Pascale. Hello, first let me congratulate you on your admittance to our station. I'm sure you love it here. Well, that remains to be seen. I wanted to talk to you about some of the results of the tests. Well, what exactly? Well, the tests show that you have certain amounts of psionic potential. What? Okay, let me just tell you a bit about psionic potential, a rare inheritable complex genetic trait that triggers development of certain otherwise latent components in the brain. It allows a person to perform subtle psionic invocations, such as influencing the minds of others, as well as some not so subtle ones, such as causing radical temperature changes. Well, all this sounds too disturbing. I don't want any psionic mumbo jumbo going on in my head. As you wish. If you change your mind, let me know. Now, if you want to be a mage character and use the psi abilities, then of course you should investigate this further. But for Angus it's not important, so I'll skip the psi bit and head for the tunnels finally. And Malcolm, fine, good to finally meet you. I'm Malcolm, how can I help you? Well, I need to get out into the caves. You didn't get your access card yet, right? Should be around here somewhere. Here it is. This is the procedure. When you want to leave, let me know and I'll open the inner gate. Then you step into the transition room. Then I close the inner gate and open the outer gate and off you go. And when you're going to get back in, use the card I gave you on the console outside. Stand in front of the camera so I can confirm it's you. Then I'll open the outer gate. Earlier we used to do bioscanning every time someone passed, but since no one ever showed up positive, it became a nuisance. And that is a change from the alpha, where indeed every time you passed here you had to go through the scan. So let's go with what if I do contract a disease. Then be kind enough to inform me so I can activate the turrets. They'll shred you to pieces, we'll burn the remains and everything is good. Just kidding. Alright, open the gate please. I'm off to the caves. And finally we are on our way. Well, not quite. We need to talk to Jonas first. This guy has a tip and a quest. An old man wearing an old coat, old pants, old boots introduces himself with an amiable smile. It's Angus, off to do some hunting. Well, I hear you have a lot of knowledge about the tunnels. I could use some advice. And let's see, let's ask about the creatures in the tunnels. And specifically the red hounds. We will be meeting those. Well, they're ugly, smelly, disease-ridden, dog-sized rats. You can find them anywhere. And if you can't find them, know that they will be there too eventually. Individually they are not so tough, but they usually move around in packs, sometimes hordes. And if you are in a pinch, throw flares. They are afraid of fire. So that's a little bit of a tip. Use fire against the red hounds. What can you tell me about the outposts? The nearest one is just north of the Crossroad Watch. They stretch to the east and west from there. They were built by Omega Station, but are now in ruins. And there are plenty of red hounds there. And if you are heading there, could you do me a favor? This guy lost his old digital watch there. So, sure, we will keep an eye out for your watch, old Jonas, but we cannot promise anything. Well, that's all I ask. And see you later, old Jonas. Does he want to trade? He doesn't want to trade, so alright, we are now ready to enter the tunnels for the, well, the introductory quest, basically. When entering a new map, it's probably advisable to do so in stealth if you are a stealth character. Movement will be slower. You can help that a little bit by a certain feat, if I remember correctly. And above the red hound you can see the icon, it's green, so right now he cannot detect us at all. So eyesight on these red hounds isn't great, probably. And you can use these gates if you are in trouble, if they attack you in a pack or horde. Yeah, two more over there. Now, as you can see, I can come pretty close. Still doesn't notice me, so aim shot. On the right bottom side of the screen, during combat you will see the action point and movement point meters or gauges. And here we have an oddity: border guard orders. Study this item to gain 1 point of experience. You can study this type of item up to 3 times. So there's our first point of experience. Right now we need 4 points to gain a level. And the generator, so let's fix it. Step 1. Yeah, this guy is close to seeing us, so let's take him out. Yeah, let's try to use the gate. And as you can see, we have 50 action points, which is enough for 2 shots. Every character, doesn't matter how you are ability wise, will get 50 action points. So right now we have 2 experience points, 2 oddities found. And another one, wow. Yeah, we do not have a hacking tool, so we cannot do that. We can turn on the power for this outpost. This is outpost 1. Or station 1. Yeah, I don't think there's anything right there, so let's go back. These guys still don't notice me. And a miss, that's unfortunate. So now we have a pack, they do extra damage. Maybe we can close this gate. No. But we have a nice choke point, so that helps. And aim shot is probably one of the feats you should take if you are a gun or crossbow character. Your next shot, if it hits, will be a crit. So that is pretty great. And another oddity that will mean that we will have a level up. So each level up you can max out 8 skills. Of course you can use your points for more skills, but if you want your skills maxed, then you have to limit yourselves to 8 skills. And we have another feat. I will go with nimble. This reduces the armor penalty. And the armor penalty reduces stealth, dodge and evasion. So for a stealth character that is a pretty good feat. And well, we started the border guard orders oddity 3 times, so any more we find we will not gain a experience point. And as you saw on level 1 we needed 4 points, and now we will need 5 points for a level up. I think this is a pretty interesting experience system. But as I have said, I guess you have a little bit less control over your leveling process. You cannot grind your levels. And this was a little bit of a mistake. Not in stealth, maybe we can use the gate. It uses 33 points to get there, so we should have enough to close the gate. Well, not if you move further. So that plan failed. Aim shot and a one-hit kill, that's great. So now we should be able to use the gate. Alright. Now, if I had a trap, I probably would have set up one somewhere around there. That is what this character is going to be, a stealthy guy who uses traps to ambush his enemies. Yeah, quite a few here, so let's be careful. Yeah. A pack. Yeah, healing was necessary. And even on this, well, introductory quest, you can get killed pretty easily. Now I'm not sure, I forgot to count, but I think this is station 4. And another oddity, Omega ID card and some leather boots, which increase agility and stealth. That is a good find. And a blueprint for leather armor. I want to develop the tailoring skill. Well, I want to develop all the crafting skills, but right now tailoring is 0. Yeah, I think this leads back to where we came from and has a lot of enemies. So if you use the classic XP system, that's a good opportunity to get some XP. I will not confront these guys. Let's conserve some bolts. Yeah, I think we need to go to the other map. For the final station, which will include a boss, well, a mini boss. Well, if you're unlucky, he can one-shot you, so excellent critical. That's one of the advantages of the crossbow. I think they have a good critical damage. Yeah, I do not think we can find the last station on this map. This video is already pretty long, but I want to include the, well, boss fight. Not quite, but mini boss fight in this video. And I hope that you get a decent impression of the game. Really, if you liked Fallout 1 and 2, so the original classics, then I'm pretty sure you will like this game. It has about 60 to 80 hours of gameplay. Quick look at the crafting. Yeah, I cannot craft anything now because my tailoring is 0. But the crafting system is very detailed and rewarding, so very worthwhile. Yeah, probably not enough points again. No. Well, at least these gates provide a choke point. $77 bolts remaining, that should be more than enough. Probably enter stealth. Do it now, I guess. Too late. And there are quite a few red hounds here, if I remember correctly. I did play this section of the game quite a few times just to try out different builds and see what was, well, fun to me. And this is the tip Jonas gave us. These guys are afraid of fire. So I used a flare to disperse them. Well, that doesn't really help if you keep missing after that, but it was a good plan in theory. Yeah, now I'm getting a little bit surrounded. So, tactical retreat. And I used another healing hypo. Yeah, this fight can be difficult, but if I remember correctly, you can find Jonas's watch here, somewhere on these reds. There it is. For the side quest. Now to the mini boss. Remember the explosive barrel here, it may be needed. And there we have Mr. Redman, not sure what his name was. Get out of here, this is my territory. Well, sorry, I'll be leaving now. And this is the choke point. Now you can try to hit this guy, but the chance to hit will be low for whatever reason. Distance first probably, but maybe it's dark, that also influences your chance to hit. Let's go for a... well, I got a special bolt I can use. A shock bolt. It can hit multiple targets. Let's try it. Yeah, that was a miss. So plan B. Because this guy uses a poison. And does a lot of damage. But the poison missed apparently. So now it's just a matter of getting to another choke point. Maybe kill one of the reds and hope that the red man misses, which he does. That's fortunate. One red down. Heal up and get in a position to fire the explosive barrel. Well, let's see, we must make sure that we can hit it. And there's Redman. And that is the end of Redman. And another special bolt, a crossbow, some bolts, good stuff. And I think this is station 5. Not sure, I lost count, but whatever. I hope you have a good impression of the game. I really recommend it. If you liked Fallout 1 and 2, you will really like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.